George Rose, Nikita Tszyu, Danilo, Creati. Thoughts on this fight? This is a tough fight for Nikita, although people seem to be riding Danilo off.
Yeah, look, I mean, people write him off based off his last performance, but the scary thing for me is I know that when Danilo's an underdog, when everything's against him, he comes out and he loves to shock the world. He did it against Cameron Hammond, and it was actually on Nikita's debut card. So he's got it in him. He's got that great amateur pedigree, and you know he has got a great record. His only loss was against Michael Zarafa, headlining a pay-per-view in a fight that was above his natural weight. That you know he didn't really get beat convincingly. Yeah.
What are you expecting in this fight? Because obviously there's a danger that it could be a boxing match and Danilo could sort of evade a lot of Nikita's punches. What are you expecting?
Look, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to get. I know that he is a very, very dangerous, evasive guy, Danilo, and he's very hard to hit. He moves well. He avoids punches even better than he throws them. So it could go that way, but then on the other side, you know, we saw him take the fight to Cameron Hammond in the past. And when he took it to him, he had power. He had a lot of power, so he was able to showcase that. Don't know what I'm going to get there. We don't know what we're going to get from Nikita every time either. You know, sometimes Nikita comes out, he boxes beautifully, he looks amazing. Other times he takes a lot of damage. And then there's times like the Ben Bomber fight where he finished it with absolute power.
First time out for the year for Nikita. What are you expecting from him? He had the Vegas training camp alongside Tim.
No, well, I think he's had a good break. Last year was a tough one for him. He had a lot of big fights. He's recovered well. He's back in good shape. He's been training non-stop in this whole time. But I think he's in really, really good shape, and he'll get a little bit of the rust off, and I'm expecting a really solid performance from Nikita.
Good card, this one as well.
I'm pumped for this one. This is up there probably with one of our best undercards that we've put together, without a doubt. 4 titles on the card, some big fights. We've got a world title for Lynn Sandstrom. We've got a world title eliminator for Jerome Pampalone. Great matchup in Ben Hussein Mason Smith. Matteo Tapia returning to Australia. I'm so excited about all those fights. We've got Jazzy Parra on the card. We've got Chanel Dargan, fan favourite. Charlie Kazi returns as well. So, I mean, these fights are going to all be really exciting fights, whether they're title fights or really fan-friendly, exciting fights. There's plenty of people to watch on this card.
Now, we just got back from Vegas. Not the result that you guys would have wanted, but you must be proud of how Tim showed so much courage in that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and the more I think about it, the more I think, you know, like even in a loss, it was something where he gained a lot of respect and really lived up to that warrior mentality that a lot of people tag on him. You know, he really showed what he's about and what he can do. For a guy who couldn't see for 10 rounds, his performance was amazing, and really proud of the effort that he put in. And I know that he's disappointed with the loss. You know, it's not going to be his last fight, so he's only going to keep climbing back up again, and I can't wait to see him back in it again, because I know that disappointment of what happened there, it'll be something that motivates him to be even better.
Sure, you've seen the commentary online about the fight could have been stopped, it could have been made a no contest. How do you reflect on those comments?
Oh, look, I mean, it is what it is. Everything's so much easier to look at in hindsight. At the time, that's the decision that was made. You know, we live and die by the decisions of our officials. Those are things that are out of our control. You know, the fight went the way that it did, and I think even further down the track in hindsight, we'll look back and we'll go, look, I'm glad that fight didn't stop when it did. I'm glad Tim was able to prove the warrior that he was, because he went on to be an even greater champion. And I think that's something that we'll end up talking about in the long run. And everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason.
What's your mindset? Is it a rematch next? What's the priority there for you guys?
For me, it's Tim's recovering. I think he's recovered well from the stitches, from the fight. He's finishing up his holidays now, so we'll catch up very soon, talk about the next steps, and I think there could be an even longer wait period for Fundora. So, it's what happens next. We'll know in the next few weeks.
I'm sure you've seen this back and forth about is there a rematch clause, is there not? Got any comments on that?
No, well, I said to you straight after the fight, it was what it was. There's a rematch there. How that happens and when that happens now, it all depends on the recovery of the fighters. As I said, there could be a long stint out for Fundora. We don't know how long till Tim's ready to go again. So, and you know how itchy his knuckles are, and he wants to get back in the ring all the time. So, those things will be the deciders on what the next fight is and when and where. And I think we'll have some great news for you, no matter what, either way.
Tim's stock seems to have gone up even despite the result. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, 100%. I think to lose in that fashion, I think it's almost like you don't chalk it as a loss morally. I think like the amount of people that were interested in the fight and excited about what he actually did to be able to fight through that and keep pushing forward and not let the blood, determine what he did at the start of each round. It was, I think he's someone who gained a hell of a lot of respect from it.
Just a quick word on guys like Liam Wilson and Semi Goodman. What do you think's next for those guys?
Yeah, look, Semi's staying ready. Semi actually came over for the fights in Vegas. He supported both Liam Wilson and Tim Tszyu, which was great to see our local guys getting over there and supporting their mates as they fight on the world stage. He also got some great training in while he was over there. So Sam Goodman will stay ready and be ready for what we announce for him next. There will be something coming very soon. And Liam's got to recover. Very tough fight. A fight that, again, he nearly shocked the world again, but unfortunately just missed out. And so, he'll recover and we'll catch up and talk about what's next for him too. But I know that he's still a fighter at heart, still wants to fight. What his next steps are, what the next pathway for him is something that we'll discuss too in coming weeks.
Beauty, thanks, man.
Thank you very much.